Ahoy there, I'm TinyPirate and welcome back to Cosmoteer. Today I've had a few entries from people for cool ships, and so I thought, why not? Why not fight them, as I suggested in my last video. In the video after this, I think I'm going to show you the Star Wars mod for Cosmoteer, which looks pretty fun. But for now, I've made a couple of changes to my small cannon boat, just to put it all the way up to 148,000, very close to 150,000 worth of cost. Basically has an extra engine and a bit more reactor stuff, charge room stuff, and so it should be pretty good. And over here we have Patrick Witten. He's got a whole fleet of quite cool ships. Let me pull them all out. So this is the what is it? This is the Omega Solaris 1, and then there is the Omega Solaris 2, the Omega Solaris 3, and the Omega Solaris 4, 500,000. So pretty cool sort of arrangement of ships and stuff. But actually, we don't want any of these today. We're going to just fight the closest to our, there you go, self-destruct. We're going to fight the, are you okay, pal? You haven't taken any damage? Good. We're going to fight the closest to our size, which is this little Omega Solaris, and it's only 114,000. So I unfortunately expect that it's going to go very badly for it. We're just going to switch it over to the Barbarians, give it a chance, and then we're coming after it with our full weight $150,000 ship. I think this is going to be the easiest fight. I actually suspect the others are not going to go very well. Oh, come on. I need to send my guy away a little bit. No, just get... Okay, now it can be fair. Face towards each other. Wow, my dude is moving with all those extra engines. Spin around. Okay, cool. Now we got a fair fight. So let's have a little look-see. The shield, I think, is going to make the big difference here. That cannon is great and all, but we both have one, and you don't have a shield. So, first few hits, and once that... let's just take out that first. Once the wonderful blaster here, the electro bolt starts smacking, it should slow them down and make everything very difficult, which will be very good for us. Speed things up a little bit. Yeah, this is gonna end badly, I'm afraid, for Omega Solaris 1. I like the look of the other ships, but this one's a little light to take on our 150,000 class vessel. Spinning out of control now. I wonder what we can take out. It's just going to be a matter of time. We can easily keep up with it drifting, which is good news for us. I love how the sound gets kind of deeper and drummier as you speed up time. Quite a nice touch. And there it goes. Wow, I think we can call that one quits. Oh, self-destruct it. Put it out of its misery. Thank you very much, Patrick. I like the rest of your fleet. That one, though, not so effective against this big boy. I'm pretty sure the next ones will be, however. Next up, let's look at Anthony Mills' design. This 150k design here, very, very close to it. What I like about it is it's got two shields. It'll be very tough. It's got the ion beam emitters, nicely protected by shields and armor. Very simple design on engines, not many moving parts except for reactors, really. Reactors and power banks. I could see this being very tough. It's not very maneuverable, but it's pretty good. So let's send our two ships into each other and let's see how it goes. I'm expecting to get destroyed because I've only got one shield, and although my beam thingamabobby will help a lot, it's going to have a really hard time. I mean, look. Wow, shield's already down. Guys are going to have a hard time getting the shield back up in time before... Oh, can we keep things up? Can we get the shield up? No, we can't. Look, main gun destroyed before we could even get the electro beams into play. Which is a real shame. I think I'm just going to call it there for Anthony's design. Really nice. We can't even quite keep up as close as we'd like, or at least it seems that way. No, I think that's just it wants to keep moving forward and it wants to keep moving backwards to keep out of range. But we're definitely keeping up with it. It's just that we're dead doing so. So good job there, Anthony. I am going to have to destroy your ship now out of pure vengeance. Goodbye, Anthony's ship. Meanwhile, you go over there, repair yourself, and think about what you've done. This next ship is by Zaxton Hong, and I like it. The Ravager Mark II. Look, it's cheap. He's beaten the entire game, he says, just by building fleets of these. What is impressive about it is 3 cannons, Are they all? That's the standard. They're 3. I'm getting that right, aren't they? Standard. 3 standard cannons, 2 shields, point defense. Pretty nimble by the looks of the engines. Not super quick, but quick enough. But I mean, yeah, 2 shields. We seem to be having trouble with 2 shields today. So I'm going to just flip this over to Team 4. And we're going to send it on a quest to destroy our ship. Head to head. Let's see who wins. Okay, they're getting to within range now. What are we looking at? They're both sort of approaching their optimal positions as they wished. I'm gonna actually try and get to shoot, I don't know, one thing. Let's try and check out that shielded engine there. I don't know how we're gonna do. Look, 3 cannons are, yeah, they've taken out our shields already. We're gonna be able to get the shields back up. But, oh, we actually have their shields down over here in one spot. And our shields are back up. It seems like once they know the shields are going down, they're constantly traveling back and forward. I almost find ships are better with a shield that's taken a few hits and they're replenishing it than the one that suddenly drops, because then they seem to have a hard time catching up with the damage, if that makes sense. I can see this shield here is getting overloaded, but we're just sitting here trading blows, barely moving. So he's taken a little bit of damage, I can see on the diagram, but overall the other issue he's there, I think this might actually be it for him. The other issue he's got is that with 1 cannon factory, it's having a hard time keeping up. His rate of fire here is significantly reduced, as you can see. Oh, that's down. Where else to go? We want to try and drill straight into the back here, but it's hard to get the shots to line up. The cannon, there we go. That's done it there. I'm attempting to leave the fire running there. Maybe just take out those side thrusters. The cannon is firing so intermittently now that we're definitely able to keep up with our shields. And our big cannon is just very strong. Can we cut to the next? Well, he's out of power as well. 1 reactor, it has a hard time keeping up, doesn't it? Really, that's the big challenge for it as well. And there goes that, and this cannon should be able to go now. Right, I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. So far it looks like I've won 2 victories. One of them not really a fair matchup, I think. I like those Omega class ships, but it was a little light. So one of them not a fair matchup. One that was absolutely a fair matchup got destroyed. This one has been a touch close, but not amazingly close. So I still think this is a good, solid victory for me. And I think we can afford to speed it up a little bit now. There it goes. Cannon factory can go next. And the shield. Just a matter of time now. All shields down and ship destroyed. No control room. Self-destruct you. Good job. Nice try, Zaxton. Nice try indeed, but not good enough on the day. The final ship is by Zachary Smith, and I have a great deal of fear for this. Exactly 149,000 again. Double shields. It's got a single ion beam emitter, but look. 2 electro bolts. It's and 3 reactors. It's just gonna shred us. Nicely protected engines. Can't do anything about those. It can't really go backwards, which I don't understand, but I don't think it really wants to, right? It just wants to get close enough to fire these things, soak anything incoming, and then cut you to pieces. So I'm gonna hold my breath, and yeah, let's see what happens if we get close. Here we come. All right. Okay, so let's have a look here. We are firing, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Now look at that. Oh my goodness, he shredded the shields. We're keeping our distance. Oh no, ion beams in there again. If we just hung back, I think we would still be in trouble. And that's it. We have done a reasonable amount of damage to each other, but that's it. Just cut straight through. Oh my goodness. Oh, Zachary, that is a pretty fantastic ship. I mean, the double emitters, the double electro bolt there, they just shred. Nothing is left. Oh dear, that is pretty terrible, isn't it? I think what would be interesting now is to put the two winning boats head to head against each other and to see who comes out on top. So I'm just going to get rid of all of this junk, and we're going to take this bad boy, repair it up, and put it to one side. So here we've got Zachary's TinyPirate destroyer, which it very much was, and let's go find our other opponent. So the other winning opponent really has been Anthony Mills' backward driving ship. I don't know why it does that. I have no idea, but that's fine. So Anthony's ship versus Zach's ship. Let's see who's going to win out of this. I'll just make sure we got the right allegiances there. Take each other on. Anthony, I'm not going to give you any advantage to make you turn around. Actually, why don't I just tell you to turn around now? I'll try and give you a little hand there, Anthony. I'm being very generous. Oh my goodness. There they go. Do you have some kind of... No brain involved. Just put your pew-pew on, pal. Oh my goodness. I think those electros are going to do it. Those electros are going to take those shields down, and then it's going to be game over. But look here, shields are down over here as well. This is interesting, very interesting, and it looks like Anthony can keep his distance a little bit on Zachary's ship. The electro bolts aren't in play anymore, so it's just beam against beam. And I guess it's going to be a patience game. Unfortunately, Anthony's already out of a lot of his power, but it can't... let's have a look here. Nope, let's just find this one. So how are we looking? He's out of power, 3 reactors working overtime, no real spare storage there. Shields are working overtime, but when the shields do go down, it takes quite a lot for anyone to do any damage. Over here, however, these 3 reactors are working overtime, but they're right next to their intended destination. So it seems to be keeping them alive a little longer. I suspect I'm just going to have to let this run and speed it up a little bit until something breaks. Oh, I think it's going here. I think Anthony is in trouble. I think that superior power distribution effort that we've got out of Zachary has made all the difference. And the lower power draw, I just don't think he draws quite as much power as Anthony's ship. Is this fight ever going to end? I'm not sure. But I'm kind of tempted to call it for Zachary's ship just because, if we just have a look, slow it right down. Just because he has this more sustained ship design. If the ions were closer, they'd fire. Otherwise, look, he's happily, everything is fully fueled and charged. Over here, Anthony has lost all of his weapons. The weirdly imbalanced way it flew, and I have no idea why that was. Perhaps it needs a couple of steering engines. The weirdly imbalanced way it flew, and it seems like the distance between reactor and the intended recipients has been a bit of a problem for it. Very interesting designs, both of them. But I think on the day, I'm going to call it for Zachary, and I'm probably going to send him a game key. I've got 1 or 2 lying around, so I'm going to send him one of those as a reward. And I'd like you to vote in the poll that is now going to appear on screen. Which was your favorite ship? Let's just destroy these 2. You've done well, but the Hunger Games demands a tribute. Goodbye, both of you. So let's just line up these ships and have a little look at them. So we have the Omega class, and I'm going to put them all out just to say thanks to Patrick for putting those in my mailbox. I really like them. Pretty cool designs, if you ask me, and really well decorated. I mean, that's some real above and beyond stuff there. Your next option is Anthony's 150k ship, or you can go for Zach's boat, and finally you've got Zaxton's Ravager Mark II. So let me know in the poll which one was your favorite, and I might send the favorite an extra key on top of that. Public vote and my vote. If you want to send me your wonderful ship designs, then you should follow the link in the description below on how to export ships from Cosmoteer. And we've got 2 classes. We've got a 150k class and a 500k class. So I'm pretty sure we will see the Omega Solaris. I might have to cut a couple of pieces off it just to make it fit into that class. But we'll have a 500k ship class, and I'll put out my mother humper here, and we'll have a fight. So yeah, you let me know by email what you would like to see. Just chuck a ship in, and I will probably do another round of sparring in the future. And in the near future, I will probably do a Star Wars mod video from Cosmoteer. But tomorrow I've got another starship building game that I will be putting out on the channel. It seems to be just the month for building building spaceships and traveling. And this one's a really interesting game, so I hope you'll check it out. It's called Starship Constructor. It'll be out, I think, in a week or two, or possibly even sooner than that. Anyway, you can find out in the video when that drops. Till next time, I've been TinyPirate. Thanks for watching. Good night.